Hi, this is Jason again here at RoofSnap.
And Katrina.
And we have another frequently asked question for you. All week we've been answering frequently asked questions on Android devices. And the good thing about RoofSnap is you can take your project from device to device. So if you have an iPad or if you have a Samsung Galaxy phone, which is what we were on previously this week, to even now today on a Chromebook. Which is great because they have the Google Play Store and you can download RoofSnap right onto sort of a laptop / touchscreen device that's very reasonably priced and very, very retro.
Yeah, I love it.
All that being said, we have a project here that we are in the process of working on, and a frequently asked question comes to mind.
The question on the docket is how to view secondary imagery, something other than just the top-down view, to help me gauge things like pitch or under overhangs.
Bay windows, rear sections on the walls that have little ears and wings and things.
All of those things.
All of those things. Great, and then we can even add some labels, some sub-labels as we determine different parts and pieces of information from the supplementary imagery.
Great.
So we'll kind of hit both of those. When you're in the draw mode in the project here, you'll see the reference images pop up in the little drawer on the right side. Perfect. So let's just tap right on Google Street View, and this will load in, I think. Come on, Internet, do your stuff.
Work your magic. Da, 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 da.
Hi, this is Jason again here at RoofSnap.
And Katrina.
And we have another frequently asked question for you. All week we've been on Android devices. The great thing about RoofSnap is you can take your project from device to device to device. That's hard to say fast.
It is.
If you're starting a project on your iPad, and then you want to maybe do some changes on your Samsung Galaxy phone, and then as we are today, if you want to take it to your Chromebook laptop touchscreen, which is great and retro and cheap. They have the Google Play Store for Chromebooks, and you can get RoofSnap on this device as well. So Katrina, we've been working on this project in some of our other FAQs. What question comes to mind for where we are now?
Well, I need some help gauging what those pitches are going to be. How do I know that? And how can I get a sense of what's going on around this roof, not just from a strictly aerial perspective?
Well, let me answer that for you. We have reference images.
Great.
So when you go to the draw mode of a project, you'll see that we have Google Street View and Bing's Bird's Eye View as reference images here. Let's tap right on Google Street View.
Great.
And here we see it loading in. Takes just a second, and we can navigate here in Google Street View. We can see the front-facing gable here, get a sense of, we always recommend that you measure your pitch during your on-site inspection. Use a pitch gauge. Nothing's going to be more accurate than that, but you can obviously look at it from these directional images here and from Google Street View and see the roof from different angles and kind of get an idea of what you're working with. When we hit the Done button and kind of come back out, we can go right into Bing's Bird's Eye View. And this is going to load up. We can navigate in here as well. We can zoom out and zoom in on the right with these buttons here. And we can rotate the directions around and see the building from all different sides. Here we'd be looking for bay windows. We can see there's a chimney on the rear section here. We'd be looking for ears and wings and any other sort of difficult to see from the straight down image. And we can also get a sense of the pitch of the roof here as well as we rotate around and look at it from all the different directions.
Great.
Hit the Done button again, brings us right back into the project. So from there, we want to hop over into facets. Now, I already know the pitches of this roof. I've drawn it many times. But if I needed to change pitch, I can go in and grab a new pitch and relabel that facet. But more importantly, I can use, for instance, the Remove tool and identify which facets are which pitch value. But if there was a section that wasn't going to be produced, it could be turned off and eliminated from the square count.
Great.
If I am doing my on-site inspection and I find that there are 2 layers of shingles on the roof, I can label sections with 2 layer
Perfect.
and turn them off. I can do that as well by just tapping on them again. And then 2 stories. So let's say that rear section, let's say this is all insurance related work and that rear section is 2-story and I need to account for that. So I can leave that labeled as 2-story there. And then low slope. So low slope is reserved specifically for roof sections that do not have shingles. So let's say there's a dead valley with rubber in it, or there's a rear floor to room covered in TPO, or there's some area of the roof that's not getting shingles, it's getting something else. And then we would want to label that as low slope because it's going to separate out those measurements and separate them. Separate. How many times can I say separate? It's going to isolate those measurements separate from everything that's being calculated as steep slope, shingles, asphalt product. We don't have any low sloped areas on this, but you'll see it labels just like any other label. And then for dormers, well, we don't have any dormers on this roof, which I do recommend that you check out some of our other dormer labeling videos that we have. When you highlight a facet with the dormer label, it totally changes the color, but again, it wouldn't apply to any of the facets on this roof. We can then hit the done button and save those changes that we've made.
Great.
And that's all for this FAQ, but we'll have another one for you shortly.
Stay tuned.
Bye-bye.